Hey guys, TFish88 here with a figure review. Now this one is kind of a follow-up to my last review, and if you paid attention, then you would know that it was on Ultraman Saga. And if you listened to the video, I mentioned that I'd be reviewing this guy. And here he is. Hyper Zetton. That's right. Like I said in the last review, I would be reviewing this guy, and well, here I am, about to review it. So yeah, this was released, I think, if I remember correctly, in January, to coincide somewhat with the release of the new upcoming Ultraman Saga movie, which is apparently supposed to come out on the 24th of this month being March. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, it was released in the EX series along with Ultraman Saga. This one obviously in the Ultra Monster series. And right now, he's in his box. And the box is... if you've seen my Ultraman Saga review, then the box is kind of the same exact thing as this one. Hyper Zetton, the suit here. Ultraman Saga written here. Box, nice background shot of Hyper Zetton. That's really cool. Ultraman Saga, when the movie's supposed to come out. Nice shot there of Hyper Zetton. The back here, another nice full body shot. Some stats and whatnot. 70 meters tall. Some info. Apparently this is the story of the film, which I cannot read, obviously. And yeah, so that's pretty much the box. Nothing much to it. I mean, it's almost exactly like, Ultraman Saga's box. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy out of his box so we can take a look at what this figure has to offer. Well, here he is, Hyper Zetton from Ultraman Saga. So yeah, this is the actual figure. At first glance, you can see that it's pretty darn awesome. Give you a nice look, the 360 there. Yeah, just not even really getting into detail yet, you can tell that the figure looks really nice. So that's a good thing. Anyway, articulation is really basic. He only has 3 points, basically. The arms, obviously, can rotate. Probably 360 if you forced it, but I'm not going to. And, of course, like all humanoid-type figures, well, almost all humanoid-type figures, his waist rotates. So, yeah. Now, his wings can kind of swivel. Well, yeah, they can kind of move. But there's no real point in that. So, yeah. Basically just 3 points with, the wings being just swivel points. So yeah. Anyway, the paint job looks really good. I mean, personally I haven't seen much of Hyper Zetton except for a few promotional pictures and, the trailers for the film and whatnot. And from what I can tell, the figure looks really accurate to the suit in the film. I mean, the figure itself is molded out of black vinyl. And, of course, has the paint apps, the gray paint apps here, and, well, you can see for yourself. And, of course, the yellow. And those are the 3 main colors of this figure. And, it looks really accurate. So, yeah, the paint job looks really accurate, and it's nice. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if this was just my figure, but when I got it, well, you can't really see it, it's smudged, kind of damaged. I bought mine brand new from HobbyLink Japan, and there were paint smudges on it, as if it had been abused before, which is odd. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to detail. So, the detail on Hyper Zetton is pretty good, as you can see here. ridges, cracks, indents, all of the basic stuff on a Bandai vinyl figure. Just looking at it from here. Feet, obviously. The back of the... Yeah, see what I mean? This was a major paint smudge. Not really a smudge, it's like paint buildup right there, and then on the shoulder here, you really see how my figure was done. That's probably just my figure. It was probably a manufacturer defect or something along those lines. So yeah, here are the wings. Look pretty good. He's got spikes going down his back in a few spots, and then his tail, which unfortunately, as you can see, is molded to his leg. Oh well, that's something that Bandai would most likely do, and usually does for, something like this. Another thing about the molding on the figure is the antennas, or antennae, whatever. See, they're molded as a whole piece. Each individual thing is molded like that. Whereas I'm sure all of us already know, just by looking at the box, which I'll just get out to show you. See the antennas? Yeah, they should be like that. But unfortunately, not the case here. But, oh well, doesn't matter. The EX Zetton had the same problem. So it's kind of expected of Bandai to recreate that problem with this figure. But, all in all, detail looks really nice with all the armor, bumps, plates, and whatnot. Makes for a really awesome looking Zetton. Alright, so, real quick, let's get scaling out of the way. Here is his opponent from the film, Ultraman Saga. Just to show you them side by side. It looks alright. However, Hyper Zetton, take away the height of the antennas, and he's shorter than Ultraman Saga, and that's incorrect. Ultraman Saga is 58 meters, Hyper Zetton 70. I mean, he should be like about that big. That looks much more accurate. So yeah, doesn't really work, too well. Well, it works well, just not 100% correct. And just to give you an idea of how tall he is, here is the 1968 Godzilla. So yeah, Hyper Zetton is taller than Godzilla, which I think would work really nicely. However, in terms of body mass, Hyper Zetton just seems a little too skinny, small. I would want him to be a little bigger when it comes to body mass, to where he looks a little bit more imposing. Yeah. Now, the history, since the film hasn't even been released yet, I don't know too much about this guy. What I do know is that he's controlled by Alien Bat, and that he ends up going up against Ultraman Zero, Ultraman Cosmos, Ultraman Dyna, and Ultraman Saga. And that's pretty much it. I would say something else, but I don't want to spoil it for others that may be interested. If you really want to know, you could probably find it somewhere. But that's pretty much all I know. So yeah, I guess we'll figure out what happens when the film comes out. Anyway, the figure itself is really awesome. Articulation is basic. Paint job is really accurate. Detail is really good, and scaling is alright. So yeah, a nice piece from Bandai. A really awesome looking Zetton, and a nice beef up, from the original design. Beef up. That doesn't even... Never mind that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll see you.